Welcome back, friends. Rather sad to hear about the death of Ruth Ginsburg. She was the pioneering Supreme Court justice who became the second female on United States' highest court, the leader of its liberal wing, and a pop culture icon popularly known as Notorious RBG. She was appointed in 1993 by President Bill Clinton to fill the seat vacated by Justice Byron White. The Brooklyn-born daughter of a Jewish immigrant from Russia was the second woman to rise to the bench of the nation's highest court. Vacancy, of course, enables President Donald Trump to nominate his third justice to swing the bench further to the right. His two previous nominations, one of Justice Neil Gorsuch and Brett Kavanaugh, created huge political battles before. Back to the stock markets. NASDAQ continues its fall. There was a time when you could see that the rise in NASDAQ used to outbeat that of the Dow Jones. Now the scene seems to be changing just the other way around, friends, and I believe it has definitely got a message. We find that the fall in NASDAQ is now much faster than that of Dow. So it's reversing just the other way around. And we find that a lot of fatigue is beginning to appear, and not only the Dow and the NASDAQ and S&P 500, but many global stock market indices. Pandemic fatigue has leads to resurgence of coronavirus in Europe, where France and Spain are hitting records once again. All this brings back reminiscences of the fact that coronavirus is still not out of the way. There are fresh cases being reported, and this can also have a nasty impact as we go down the road. The major indices have fallen last week for a third straight week, notching their longest weekly losing streak since last year. The Dow has posted a slight week-to-date loss, but S&P 500 lost 0.7% and NASDAQ dropped 0.6% over that time period. Shares of Apple have dropped more than 3% on Friday alone. Microsoft and Alphabet have pulled back by 1.24% and 2.4% respectively. Netflix dropped 0.1% and Facebook dropped 0.9%. We are seeing short-term underperformance, of course, of these stocks, but one must almost remember that there will be an outperformance over the long-term period. Tech struggles are likely to be short-lived, possible, but yet I would say that there are signs of trouble begin to emerge. Many of these companies that have fallen over the last week generate a lot of cash, and they have impenetrable balance sheets. They are also ubiquitous in terms of people's use of them. Big tech was, of course, down broadly week to date. Facebook and Amazon have each dropped more than 5% just this last week. Alphabet, Netflix, Apple and Microsoft are also down sharply over this time period. For the month, all the 6 stocks are down at least 10%. Apple specifically has plunged 17.2% in the month of September itself. From their peak, Apple shares have fallen 22.6%. The company also has given up $500 billion in market capitalization. Friday's moves have come in the backdrop of a series of individual stock, ETF, and index options expirations, potentially aiding to some of the session's volatility. Tech stocks like Apple, Amazon, and Microsoft were among the names where investors had been aggressively buying call options. There was hectic activity on Friday in Apple call options, for instance, which expired out of the money. Apple fell 3%. Options in Tesla were also actively traded, but their stock moved higher. In the backdrop of a scenario where all these stocks which had led the NASDAQ to so much of an all-time high are now bringing it down, you find that Apple itself has plunged 17.2% in September. This has been the high-flying stock of NASDAQ. Apple down 22.6% from its peak. I think the stage is set for a wonderful tumble in the Dow, NASDAQ and S&P 500 this forthcoming week, with Tuesday, Wednesday and Thursday being the days with a rally that started on March 23rd, I think will finally get derailed this week. We will see a heavy tumbling of major stock market indices in the United States, with Dow Jones, NASDAQ and S&P 500 all set to get a heavy beating on Tuesday, Wednesday and Thursday. So we'll have 22nd, 23rd and 24th of September 2020 being very difficult and very negative days on Wall Street. Please be careful and tread accordingly. This is my forecast for this forthcoming week, which is extremely negative in nature. Happy investing. Take care. Bye-bye.